Thank you for tuning in to Wicked Turtle Network exclusive. Follow us on all social media and also click the link tree in the description of this video. When clicking the link tree, you will be able to follow all of Wicked Turtle's social medias, our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook, our YouTube. You might also be able to get access to the Wicked Turtle store. I also would like to take the time right now and welcome us as a brand new ambassador to Raise Energy Drinks. Wicked Turtle has joined the hashtag Raise Rebellion with Raise Energy Drinks. Raise Energy Drinks gives you fresh, which stands for focus, recovery, energy, stamina, and hydration, with giving you no crash. Raise has zero sugar with electrolytes and BCAA aminos. So hashtag Raise Up and go to your local GNC or vitamin shop and pick up a can, or go to repsports.com and order your Raise Energy Drinks and other athletic supplements in bulk, and type in order code Wicked Turtle for 15% off your order, and that code will be in the description of this video. The following Wicked Turtle Network presentation has strong language and strong content. Viewer discretion is advised.
What are you talking
What
about?
up, peeps? What up, peeps? What up, peeps? It's your boy, the Penguin. And on the mic tonight, I have brand new co-host to the What Up Peeps podcast and new content creator for the Wicked Turtle Network, the Duke.
What's going on, everybody? What's up?
So, like I said before, welcome to the Wicked Turtle Network. My personal welcome. Long time coming. I've always said stuff when we do stuff, like, especially with wrestling, you're one of the professionals at that. Like I said before, and the last time we had you on as a guest, you was like so in depth with your notes and taking notes and stuff. And like one thing that I used to do when I used to follow you and watch you, like when we come back from a show, especially PPW, you would have like your little notepad out, your legal notepad out, and going over like your matches and stuff. So like that's what I always tell people when I say it, when I talk about the Duke, that he's very in depth in everything he does. He's also you're also a notorious Facebooker.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been in jail more than I've ever seen anybody being in Facebook jail. So
It's getting there.
hey, it's okay. It's a shit platform. Even though we broadcast on Facebook, we don't really check Facebook that much because of that. But welcome.
Smoking them meats, baby. Thank you.
So, let's take a brief second here. Catch all the Wicked Turtle Nation up with who is the Duke, what have you done before, and what are your plans for Wicked Turtle?
That sounds good. Well, I come from Williamsport, Pennsylvania, home of Little League. Used to do a podcast with a group of friends here called Smart Mark Alley. We used to go to all over different shows and stuff like that. And
I used to love your Who Booked This crap, and with the one when you did them out of sheets. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, man. I hope to do it I hope to do it again one day.
Yo, dude, listen. I love sheets.
Yeah, me too, man.
I'm down.
Hell yeah.
I'm down because I'll get hot dogs by the pound, bro. I'm telling you right now.
I'm with you, without the gripper. Yeah.
Yeah. I get the chili. We get the chili dogs, man.
I like chili dogs. You seen a Blizzard gripper before?
What is it?
It's a convenient. Like, I guess when you eat a hot dog, it's like real inconvenient, and it looks silly. So this thing is like a cover to put over your hot dog, and it's like this big cover. So it's like when you're eating,
Is it like a bib? Silly. Looks like a bib, right?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like a hot dog holder, really. I think it'd make you look more of a spectacle than actually just eating a hot dog. But hey, One of them
We-
silly little inventions.
So I want to welcome everybody to season 5. This is season 5, episode 1. We've been out for a couple months now since that. I had to take some personal time for myself. The song that you guys heard, the intro, is the old school one we used to have when we just did straight up audio. So we will be having a new intro. I heard a small portion of it already. It's pretty fire. It's actually pretty good.
Nice.
I have a professional guy who makes music. I have a professional mixer and guy. Like, he makes music all the time. He's done. He's actually been in movies and stuff like that, and he's made for a couple of people he's made CDs and stuff like that. So he's a good friend of mine. So
Awesome. Man.
once we get that fixed, we'll have a brand new intro with music. So it'll be cool. But we have to pay the bills right now. If you guys see behind me back here, we got the Raise Rebellion.
Awesome.
And if you guys heard it in the beginning, we're now partnering up with Raise Energy Drinks. Wicked Turtle is. And let me do my little spiel here. So Wicked Turtle has joined the hashtag Raise Rebellion with Raise Energy Drinks. Raise Energy Drinks give you fresh, what stands for focus, recovery, energy, stamina, and hydration, with giving you no crash. Raise has 0 sugar. It has electrolytes with BCAA aminos. So hashtag Raise Up. Go to your local GNC or vitamin shop, which if you have a GNC store in your town, they have them there, especially with the Rock. They have the Rock stuff there too.
Nice.
Yeah, vitamin shop. Pick up a can. And if you guys do that, if any of our fans do that, please, I implore you guys, if you guys do pick up some Raise, please send us pictures.
Yeah.
You can send us through the Facebook page, whatever. Message us pictures. We'll make sure we put them up on the Facebook page. We'll make sure that Raise sees them too. Raise Energy Drinks sees them. But if you guys like energy drinks a lot, but if you like to work out, I know a lot of our wrestling buddies like to work out. So go to repsports.com and you can order Raise Energy Drinks in bulk. Their newest flavor right now is called Rainbow. And when you're at checkout, you want to check out and use order code Wicked Turtle. You get 15% off your order. And I'll tell you, you can get a starter pack there for $30. And I'm not a mathematician, but add the 15% with that, and you'll save some bucks. You'll save some bucks. We'll make a couple bucks back. So you're helping out Wicked Turtle and Raise Energy Drinks by just purchasing these items. So join the hashtag Raise Rebellion, and there will be a description. There will be a code in the description of the video, so you guys just click it to your order. When you're at checkout, use Wicked Turtle, all one word.
Good stuff.
Oh, and then also, I asked everybody to check out our link tree. It'll be in the description of the video too. I have just now revamped that with icons, and it goes straight to the audio podcast. So if you guys can't check out the video podcast, download the audio podcast. We're on all audio streaming platforms, every single one: Apple, Google, Spotify. Those are the top 3. Yeah, Podbean, SoundCloud. We're not on SoundCloud though. That's the only one we're not on. We used to be. Wicked Turtle used to be exclusively on SoundCloud, but now since we got, we started using Anchor. If you guys go to Anchor, you can see all those links on there too.
Yeah,
so.
I love Anchor.
So let's get you caught up with what the Penguins been doing for the past couple months. I've actually had a good couple months, to be honest. I started off with buying a brand new vehicle. I bought a Tesla. I bought a Tesla Model 3, an all electric car, and I'm going to tell everybody it's the best car I've ever driven in my whole life. Like, it's sporty, it's cool, and it's fast. That's all I have to say. Like, it's fast.
We gotta shift away from them fossil fuels. So
I'll tell you what, I'm down. Like, for my house here, I want to get a Tesla wall put in. I want to do all that. Like, I want to start doing solar energy. We already do a lot of stuff. My wife is very into like not using a lot of plastic straws. We try to save the turtles, so we use silicone straws.
Do you find yourself spending a lot less on gas when you're traveling in the Tesla?
There's no gas that goes in it. It's all electricity.
Well,
a lot of people ask me the question is, how long do you have to wait to charge it back up when you're on the road? 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we're talking a whole vehicle.
I'm
We're
almost
not
40,
talking about a
dude, so
PlayStation controller.
I'm gonna go in and take a piss anyways, and that's gonna take me a while to go get something to eat, get something to drink,
Right.
take a leak. And plus the Tesla's so cool because like even if like you have some time to spare, you could throw on some Netflix and watch a Netflix show on there. There's video games in it. Like I have a PlayStation
Wow.
up to it, which is cool. I could hook up this. I just bought a brand new Xbox controller. I could hook this
That is
up to it
freaking
if I
excellent.
wanted
I like that color.
to. Yep. So yeah, it's not that bad. There are some times there was maybe one time I had to spend 40 minutes, but we were so tired from because I took it to Florida. So when I picked it up, the process was easy. You go online, you spend $100 to reserve your spot. That's basically what you do. You reserve your car.
Uh-huh.
You have to. They will contact you. It took 2 months, by the way, for me to get the money. So a lot of as our viewers have known, I was in a car accident a couple of years ago.
Wow.
I sued that car that the driver's insurance company, and I got money back for it. So I took that money and I put it in a bank and I saved it. And let's just say the COVID payments were nice. Let's just say that I
Yeah.
like those payments; they were nice. And my wife is a very smart person. She went and she paid off all our credit card bills that we had.
Excellent, man.
It's crazy. I don't mind giving out my score before. So I was down to like I've seen it drop as far as like 475 to 500. Now I'm pushing like 720, it was like 740 last time I checked because we paid off.
Nice.
You'd be so surprised how credit card debt brings you down. So
Trust me, I'm
that's
on
what
the
my
opposite end. I don't have any credit. I've tried to avoid going out for credit cards and stuff like that, and it's like they kind of bit me on the ass in the long run because now I don't have anything to show that I
yeah.
can pay. So
My financial advisor said this, and this is what we've been living by this motto because I've become friends with a lot of people who's good with money. Get yourself a small credit card. Use the bare minimum that you can use so you can pay it off.
right,
So, like, say for instance, like if you can afford $100 a month, use $100 a month on that credit card, then pay it off at the end of the month. This keeps building your credit up because they see, oh, well, he can afford these things. They'll start giving you more money on the card, whatever, but keep to that minimal. So it's nice to have some sort of credit card there that you can just pay off. That you can, if you can afford it, do it. If you have one that they only give you maybe $200, all right, well then okay, well, what if I use 25 a month or something?
yeah.
Like you can still use cash. I mean, dude, I can tell you right now, it is like an addiction where you're looking at that credit card and you're like, oh man, I got to spend money on this. I got to use this. And believe me, I've done stuff like that. I'm like, all right, whatever, but it put me in a rut to the point where now I couldn't afford it.
It's a lot easier than pulling out change and dollar bills and coins and you know what I mean. So, okay, slide it through, done.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is with
it.
the debit card. I remember when debit cards were a thing, like, and when I first got one, I was like, man, this is awesome. I don't have to carry cash on me. Whoop, done. Whoop,
Right.
done. Whoop, done. It's so easy, like you said, to pull out a credit card and just spend it. And next thing you know, you're looking in your bank account and it's got zero money in it or negative cash.
You go to Target, you pick out a shirt or an action figure, or an album, a movie, or something. You go up to the register. You have time to rethink that when you're counting out your bills and coins. But you know what I mean, with that card, it's like, hey, I want it. I'm gonna get it. No regrets.
Yeah. And I'm like that. Like my wife is not like the spender. Like I'm the spender. Like I have rich taste.
It's good to have that balance too, because I know, like me myself, if there's somebody there that I'm just gonna spend. So.
Oh yeah, my wife is definitely the stop sign for me, and she's very smart with it. I always tell everybody, find yourself a good woman or man, whatever you're into,
right.
and yeah. If they're not the ones that spend the money, then you give them the money and let them handle your bills. Because my wife was very smart with our payments that we got, and she just like, you know what, I'm gonna put this towards the credit card bills. We're gonna pay this off. I mean, we did splurge. We bought a new bed. I bought one of those here. I even have a version of it, and I've had this in other episodes. I bought one of them purple beds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the best bed I've ever owned in my whole life. I can tell you that right now. So comfortable.
They always look really comfortable.
And we bought we had enough money saved up that we also bought a new couch too. We went to Bob's Discount Furniture and bought a couch,
Nice.
which was sweet because it's like one of those electronic recliner couches. We
Okay.
bought a his or hers chairs, but
Sweet.
I was able to save up some money and I put it down in the Tesla and I'm like, I want it. There was 2 dream cars I've always wanted my whole life. When I was a kid, I always loved the Porsche Turbo,
Yeah.
the Porsche 911. That was one of my favorite cars ever. I had like the toy, and when Bad Boys came out, man, I loved that because they
Need
were
for Speed
driving a
Underground.
911.
I remember that car, Need for Speed Underground.
Yes, that too. Yeah, which by the way, they just did a remake for that for was it? Yeah, it's that one. They did it for I think the Switch. By the way, the Nintendo Switch.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's for either for the Nintendo. It's either Nintendo Switch or it might be Xbox. One
it
of the
could
two.
Be everything.
Yeah, I know they just did a remake on it. I used to love that game.
We'll have to start reviewing some wrestling stuff too. I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me, some video game stuff.
Well, now we got you on here. You're into video games, right? You play video games, right?
Absolutely.
You have an Xbox, right?
I have an Xbox One and a Switch.
I know you always talk about Game Pass, and I love Game Pass. I don't even own I don't own a physical Xbox game at all. I don't know about you, but I don't have a physical Xbox game.
Here, like, there's just some games that you can't find on either Game Pass or if you buy them on the marketplace, they're like outrageously priced still. But I found like the Bureau for $5, backwards compatible, one of my favorites, XCOM series games. So these days I got to go out of my way to buy physical. Yeah.
I've been into Switch a lot lately, just because I've been playing some basketball. I'm into sports, so I play in especially sports games. So I've been playing some basketball games. I still have like 5 or 6 games on PlayStation. I need to play, like Avengers, for instance. I'm gonna dive into Avengers here soon because the Wakanda.
You got that for Xbox, right?
No, I got it for PlayStation. The Wakanda DLC is coming out, so I gotta play it soon.
Well, the Spider-Man one, it might be worth it. I'm hoping. The game was announced way back when. We haven't seen that. That was that one holding point for making people go to PlayStation was we're gonna give you Spider-Man, but
are you talking about Miles Morales, the Miles Morales one?
Oh, they already give Spider-Man out?
Yeah, the Spider-Man game for I have that. I actually have that game. I have I don't have the Miles Morales one though.
No, they were gonna give Spider-Man in the Avengers game.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I have yet to even start playing that game. I have it sitting.
It's all right.
I know. At first, when you reviewed it, you said it was kind of shit, but I keep hearing some good things about like end game stuff and like stuff to do at the end of the game.
A little while ago, yes. Hawkeye stuff, and then they had the most recent DLC was Black Panther.
Yeah. So. But let's talk some more about my stuff. Like I said, I got the Tesla.
Yeah.
It's badass. I mean, like I said, I'll probably come up. We'll probably do some reviews up your way, and you'll get to ride it and see how cool that bitch is.
I want to try. Yeah, definitely.
And I went to Florida. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm a big dude. All right. I'm pushing 300 here at least. June in Florida is not good for big dudes at all.
Swampy.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I had fun with the stuff that we did, but like I said, I'm pushing 40 here soon, and my health ain't the best. I have, as our fans know, I have neuropathy in my legs. I'm diabetic. And it was rough. It was definitely rough on me. I have actually a new series for Wicked Turtle coming out soon. I'm working on it called On the Road. I actually documented this whole trip on Instagram and on Facebook. So I'm going to actually put that all together and do a review of Disney, do a review of Universal and the Tesla, of course, because we drove that down there. But
awesome, man.
But yeah, on one of my things, my legs looked like Swedish fish, like they were red. Like red spots.
I get the lymphedema and cramps, I'm sure.
Well, my cramps are gone now because I have no feeling down there anymore. Like my feet are almost completely numb. Like I have no feeling down there, so my leg cramps. But I mean, it's still there, but I get less and less almost every year now. But my walking, if I overdo it, my legs, I'm telling you, they turn red because what is like leaky blood coming out of like the vessels and stuff.
Yeah,
that comes up, and then they turns brown, which looks horrible. I have the most ugly legs in the world, but
I feel you.
I did get to do some cool stuff. I did go to Disney. I did go to Star Wars. That was cool. I mean, if you're a Star Wars fanatic, it is very cool how authentic it looks.
Yeah,
Like,
I have some buddies who always wanted to go and build their own lightsabers.
Dude, from the food to the lightsaber stuff, I tried to do that. I got this. This is what I got. I'll show everybody. I'll even light it up for everybody. I got it out to show the Duke earlier. And let's see if I can do it again here. I got the
exclusive.
Yeah. Let me see if I can get it to light up here. Hold on one second. So it's a special. This is Rey's lightsaber at the end of the last movie that they just did. There you go. Just turned in.
I love that sound.
There you go. And this is Rey's lightsaber. I'm not giving it justice by showing this on TV. This thing is heavy. Like, It has weight to it. Like, I'll have to show it to you when I see you in person. I'll bring it along. But it is heavy duty. And look at the detail. The detail is amazing.
That is awesome.
And this is all metal. So all this here is metal. This is actual cloth.
That's cool.
It has I bought a stand for it. It is one of the coolest lightsabers I've bought lightsabers before. I had Luke Skywalker's, I had Darth Vader's. So when I went into the shop to go because I wanted to build one.
Right.
Okay. And they told me because of COVID, thank you COVID by the way, reservations were up. You had to reserve a spot. I told my wife, I was like, yo, I can't leave Star Wars without having an authentic lightsaber.
Right.
I need a lightsaber. Like I need a handle because my son has ruined all mine. So I said, I want a new one. I went in. I said, I want a legacy because I heard of legacy ones before. That's what this is. This is called a legacy Star Wars one. And I went in. I wanted the dark saber. That's the one I wanted. Sold out.
Definitely.
I was like, do you have Darth Maul? Sold out. There you have to buy two. And I'm going to tell you right now, these are $220. This was $220. It comes with a special case. I don't know if you guys can see it. Right down there is actually the case for it. It comes with a special case. Oh, here, I'm going to see if you can see it. It's right there. Right there at the bottom of my shelf. Yeah, it's that little black. Yep, yep. It comes in a case. I have mine on my desk because I'm a Star Wars fanatic. But if you bought Darth Maul's, you have to pay twice. So you have to pay $200. So it would be what, $440?
Wow.
Because you get two of them with a connector.
Okay. Oh. Wow.
So I bought this, and then I also have a stand to go with it, and that sits on my desk.
Awesome. Man.
Yeah. So that was fun. That was probably one of the highlights. I'd have to say that was cool, and Animal Kingdom is always the best, one of the best. We did go to Epcot. We went to all the parks, but we did go to Epcot.
Park one too, right?
That's Universal. That's where I got this, and I'll show this to everybody. If you guys are Harry Potter fanatics, which I am, that's the Elder Wand. That's the Elder Wand. That's Dumbledore's wand, the most powerful wand known to man. My son got Harry Potter's, and dude, you want to talk about, okay, so Disney's cool, but Universal's so much cooler. Like
Universal's awesome, man.
I'm going to say Disney's more for kids. Like they're making it cooler with the Star Wars stuff, but Disney is so much more for kids. I'll tell you that right now. Yeah. Universal is the shit. Universal's the shit.
You got all your classic movies there at Universal.
Oh man, from Back to the Future, dude. They had The Simpsons. They had Springfield there. You could actually walk through Springfield.
I've always wanted to go. The Duff Beer, the big pink donut.
I bought a Duff Beer mug for my friend Sean. Yeah, for my friend Sean. Yeah. They also had Harry Potter Land there. They had the Hogwarts. That was cool.
Diagon Alley.
Oh, yes. Okay, so how it worked is when you walked towards that area, you were basically transported to London, basically. All right.
Wow.
And then there was an area, and I'm telling my wife, I'm like, dude, I bet you I can find Diagon Alley. All right. So I walked into like the bricks and then walked over because I saw it went over like this, and that's basically what it was. And when you walk, there's motion sensors in the bricks, and you can hear, like, they're not actually physically moving, but you can hear sounds of bricks moving.
Wow.
When you walk through it. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. And as soon as you walk in, there's the big white dragon that comes that is right in front of you. The wands, Ollivander's wand shop was there. Butterbeer, dude. Butterbeer is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Like, I've heard about butterbeer. I've got two kinds when I was there. I got the regular and I got the frozen, because they said you have to try both. I didn't get the alcohol one because I didn't venture out in the park enough. By the time I got to where the alcohol was, my legs were gone. That's where they turned into Swedish fish, and I was out. So I could not. I just couldn't do it no more. But I'm gonna try to get the alcohol one. You can have it shipped to your house. I'm gonna try to recreate it, to be honest, because it was.
I've had recreated stuff, and I've had stuff at fairs, but I've never had the real deal.
Dude, I can't stop thinking about it. Like, it's so good. It's that good.
Really?
Like, yeah. And I didn't get the. I drank the. We drank the frozen one
at Disney.
I had it the last time I was there. I had the alcoholic. My wife had the alcoholic one at Disney.
Nice.
Yeah, she got ones with alcohol in it. I've had it before. I tasted some. It was just so hot that I didn't want to do anything. Like,
yeah, man.
Dude, when my body's overheating, I just don't want to be. I don't want to do anything. I'm miserable.
Plus, you got a sugary, syrupy drink like that. It'll bog you down, man. You
yeah.
Have water.
I mean, you'll see in my photos when I do my video, I have like this fan system on me. I have a wet rag on me. I have the dad cap. Like it was horrible. But I'll tell you what, if you ever have a chance to go to Universal, do it, and do it, like, experience it. Like, we went to the Shrek 4D show. That was cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, we did what's that movie with Matt Damon, where he's like a spy? Do you remember that movie? That's it. Born Identity. Yeah. Supremacy. They have a show there, a live show. One of the coolest. And again, this is, by the way, this is a parental advisory, so I can swear as much as I want, by the way. It was the coolest fucking show I've ever seen in my whole life.
Nice.
It was the coolest live show I've ever seen. It made you look like you'd sit there and they had the backgrounds moving and they had 3D buildings and shit. Like, it made it look like he was in a movie. It was so sick.
I remember back when I was young. Now, this is back when Batman Forever came out. Back in Six Flags had the live Batman shows. I was afraid of it back then.
The weirdest thing, I'll tell you right now.
I can only imagine how shows have evolved in the past.
Oh, man, it was the coolest show I've ever seen in my whole life. I'm telling you, if you ever go there, definitely try it out because it's so cool. But the weirdest thing that I saw there was, and we're going to get into this because, again, guys, we're going to be reviewing Black Widow and Space Jam tonight. But the weirdest thing I saw there was Marvel stuff in that Universal stuff. It was weird. Really? They have a Spider-Man shit. They had a Spider-Man thing there. They had a Incredible Hulk. Like, it was weird. Like, and I'm like, that's a Disney product. Like, that is totally a Disney thing.
Questions, so I'm going to save them for when we're talking about that. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you know what? I mean, that was cool. And then we came home and I just been chilling and working, and that's it.
Yeah.
And trying to get this back up because I missed it. I missed the Wicked Turtle Nation. I missed doing this. I missed reviewing. I mean, we have done a couple unboxings with my Battle Box stuff, but that's coming to a close now because my another show is starting to come back up. The Fixing the Penguin show. I'm going to bring that back here soon. So that's my weight loss show. So I'm going back to the gym and I'm going to start eating better and all that good stuff. So if you want to get into the review.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we'll start
Well,
with.
yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Go ahead.
1
Go ahead.
second. We could cover a little bit of wrestling here, right?
Go ahead. Oh yeah, let's talk about wrestling.
All
Because
right.
that's what you are, man.
Yeah. I love it anyway. Like to anyway, but I just like to say, like, over the past couple of weeks, it's never been more apparent than that it's never been a better time to be a wrestling fan right now. Like, everything is happening all at once. Fans are finally coming back. We're not seeing wrestling in front of nobody, complete silence anymore. And these companies are just doing their almost, their utmost to blow our minds. Well, everybody but WWE, with peace and love, of course. Like, you got Impact working with NWA, working with New Japan, working with, AEW, working with now GCW. It's
That
everybody
crossover's been cool with Impact and AEW.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I have to say right now, when it comes to the national brands, dude, AEW's killing it with all their talent they got there, and just doing that whole cross brand thing with Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers, and like that shit is cool. And now I hear we're bringing back the Bullet Club. It's going to be more of a national.
Yes, Jay White just debuted in Impact. He's got his own little thing with Juice Thin, and I got a strong connection with the deathmatch community, and they'd like to give AEW shit from time to time, and they talked about the exploding death match, the exploding barbed wire match, and the one before that, the glass. But let me tell you, you got to be impressed with the way Impact did Kenny Omega versus Sami Callihan. That was a bloodbath, man. I don't know if you got to see that at Slammiversary. Yeah, that match was a bloodbath.
I met Sami Callihan.
Really?
In person, yeah. He did a thing for us for Wicked Turtle. We actually have an interview with Wicked Turtle. I suggest you guys go back and to check the backlogs of Hitting the Mat because Sami Callihan is on there. He stole the Kilowatt's boot, which was funny. And yeah, good dude. Met Moose too.
Real smart man too.
Met Johnny Impact. That was cool.
That'd be cool. I like
Follow Bob.
Johnny Drip.
Yeah. I met Follow Ball too. Follow Ball's cool. I've known Follow Ball.
Yeah,
I actually knew Follow Ball before, and you probably met this dude before too. I saw him at WrestlePro. I went to a WrestlePro show once, and that's where he got his beginnings.
I've talked to him on Facebook a few times, but I've not met him.
Nice. I hear he's very interactive with the community, with the wrestling community.
He's really good on Facebook.
Yeah, he's a genuine guy. Definitely a genuine guy. Ace Austin. I know that's one of your top dudes. Yo, he's a genuine dude. He's a genuine guy.
I've been, blessed to have car trips with Ace back in the beginning. He taught me how to film for wrestling shows. He taught me how to film roaming. He's taught me how to set up the, hard cams. Anything that he was being taught.
That's back when he was giving up $15, right?
Yeah, man. Well, except that. He didn't tell me how to not do that. But yeah, man.
A lot of people don't know that you used to do some commentary for a couple of promotions, right?
I did commentary. Yeah, I've done some true shows with Paul Bowe. I'm not really sure what happened to the.
I love Paul Bowe. I'm sorry, I have to give him a shout out on here. Like, I love Paul Bowe. Paul Bowe is the best. He makes me laugh at least once a week. I talk to him. I'll hit him up. Say, yo, how was the show? Like the last PPW show, I hit him up. It's like, yo, how was the show? How'd the show go? Stuff like that. He's like, man, I'm exhausted. And he says the same thing every time. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
Or he'll comment because I threw up some pics of the Tesla, and he goes, man, that's so thick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Paul Bowe's the best, man. He's the best.
Yeah. I like Paul. Calling it. He's calling it.
And what's great is, like I said, you used to do some commentary, which that's some skills you can put in your belt,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, I always wanted to try it. Like, I always talked about getting on the mic and try, because the Penguin has personality.
Absolutely.
And that's all you need is some personality and just be able to call your shots and spots. That's it.
I mean, even if we record and do our own commentary on wrestling matches, just look up old iconic matches, Ring of Honor, Daniel Bryan versus Samoa Joe, and just commentate over it.
So what
Get it
is
out
your
there.
views on Daniel Bryan going to AEW? How are they going to use that gimmick? That's what I want to know.
I would hope that he'd go back straight up to the American Dragon.
Oh wow, that's
You're gonna
old.
get your fucking head kicked in, you
Like
know?
with the Bryan Danielson shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where he came out in his real name, or was it Danielson Bryan, or I forget what it was.
It
Did he
was
use his real name at the time? Because his real
Bryan
name,
Danielson.
yeah, 'cause his real name is what? Daniel. It's not Daniel Bryan. It's Bryan. It is Bryan Danielson, isn't it?
I do believe it. I'm
I
not
don't know.
exactly sure, to be
All I know is
honest
he
with
got a
you, but I know
smoking
he
hot
did go by
wife.
Bryan Danielson. But yeah, the whole thing, I've been trying not to read too much into the whole spoiler
Well, yeah, the
sheets
dirt
and
sheets. Yeah, well, the dirt sheets have already said that they're already signed and ready to go.
Right, it's confirmed by everybody but the parties involved.
Yeah.
Every dirt sheet, and you know what I mean, have confirmed it. But
And like you said before, like that, wasn't the con up in Chicago just recently?
yeah, he was just in a private jet up there filming stuff. So up there in Chicago,
Yeah.
I'm thinking after All Out, maybe they're gonna start teasing. I don't know, man. Like I said, for the
Maybe
last 10 years,
isn't All Out is in Chicago, isn't it?
I don't think it is.
It's not.
No.
I know they're supposed to have a pay-per-view up there. And if there's any way for him to show up, that would be where it would be at.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But I've been getting my hopes up like every pay-per-view for the last 10 years that CM Punk might show up with Mr. Meltzer every pay-per-view. I swear to God, this time I heard it right from the horse's mouth. He's going to show up, and then 5 minutes before the pay-per-view starts, CM Punk tweet, "No, I'm not going to be at the pay-per-view. Don't get your hopes up." Like, you know what I mean?
He ruins every wrestling fan's fantasy, basically. Because we want Punk to be back. We like that whole bombshell stuff that he did,
Yeah,
man. It was
absolutely.
cool. I thought they could have kept doing that. Like, let him run his own promos. Let him do
Right.
him, because he is a master. He's like Paul Heyman on the mic. There's nobody
Yeah,
better
absolutely, man.
than those two. Like, him and Paul Heyman that was matched together was fantastic. I mean, look what Paul Heyman's doing for
Yes.
Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns' promos have gotten way better since now he's been aligned with.
I like how Roman's like an evolved Brock Lesnar. Like Brock,
I love Roman Reigns right
Brock
now. I think
hardly
Roman
ever
Reigns is the
talked on
best
the mic.
now.
Brock hardly ever talked on the mic. But Roman, he's taking the mic from it's a completely different dynamic. He's wanting to cut his own promos most of the time. As Roman.
I love it.
And
I love
he's
it.
come so far from suffering succotash, man. So I got nothing bad to say about Roman.
He was such a Roman. Okay, so Roman the face was cool at some times.
Yeah.
But I always said, as soon as he gets angry and mean and just I think that would be the best heel for him. And dude, I think right now, I used to think Chris Jericho was a standard. Like, I think it was like last year or year before, like when AEW was just launching up, Chris Jericho was like the pinnacle. I really think Roman Reigns right now is the best professional wrestler in the game right now. Like he's I love the whole family thing, the whole the tribal chief acknowledge me. I love that. I have that shirt, by the way, the acknowledge me shirt. Like, dude, Roman Reigns right now is probably my favorite wrestler right now.
He's a hot heel too, man. He gets their crowd, but
so good.
I don't think anything was hotter than Matt Cardona just winning that GCW title just last Saturday, man. They literally
that was cool. That was just cool.
Entire ring with garbage.
And they were plucking him in the head with bottles and shit. Like, that was like insane. That's on is that on IWTV, by the way?
I'm not sure it's on IWTV,
or Fight. It's probably on Fight. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel for him though too. You don't want to get fucking hit in the head with a bottle or something like that.
Those were aluminum bottles.
Relax, I'm not gonna tell nobody to throw stuff, but
I mean, I never liked when people did that. Even in PPW, they would throw the streamers in the ring and stuff. Right. I never liked that. I always thought that was ignorant. Like, I like
the streamers. Like,
I know it was a Japan thing. They did it in Japan. Yeah. Like, that was like a Japan thing. But come on, man. Like, I just they would do it in mid match. I could see at the end of match, but I could see they'd be doing like in the middle of the ring while they're in match, while they're actually tying up.
I would know that there would be kids that the adults would throw them in the beginning, and then the kids would go around. I've been to many shows and I've seen this. They would save them up, go around, and every time they would throw the streamers, the kids would go around and collect it and throw it at the most inappropriate times. But yeah, like the streamer thing, is like I would say leave it for one show of the one match of that show. Make it for the main event. You don't need to throw a streamer at every doggone match.
Yeah, I don't even understand the whole meaning behind it. I never understood the whole meaning behind the streamer throwing. I seen it in Japan, New Japan Wrestling, and that's about the only time I ever seen it. And then I saw it at PPW, and I was like, "Oh wait."
Sometimes.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'm sure they'd rather pesos, like Mexican style, Throw pesos when a good match, they'd throw money in the ring.
I've seen that. I see the day. Actually, you was on that show, the David Arquette. Remember that David Arquette movie we watched? Yeah. They did that there. They were throwing it was money, right? They were throwing money in, right? Yeah, that's fantastic. Like, yeah, listen, man. What's your view on people who go to, like, say, for instance, Dark? All right, like AEW Dark. All right. But then go to an independent wrestling show and then demand more money. Like they, instead of, like, before they were like, okay, you're coming to my table, I'll give you an autograph or however, whatever, but now they want to be part of the main event and have this moniker as seen on AEW or as seen in MLW. What's your take on that? Do you think that people, like, say, for instance, I'll give you an example. Say, for instance, like Johnny Moran. We'll take Johnny Moran, for instance. Johnny Moran's been PPW staple for a while. He's Sanctuary, If there's anybody that deserves a little bit more money in a paycheck, it's probably Johnny Moran, because he's been loyal to the brand. He's helped, train some of the wrestlers, stuff like that. I feel that every wrestler should have the same pay, unless you do have that WWE guy that comes in, like, the Headbangers or somebody like that, But I feel like every independent guy, even if you did get a shot on AEW Dark, which, by the way, it's a dark match, and not a lot of people don't know what a dark match is unless you are a wrestling fan.
Right.
What is your view on that? Do you think everybody should get the same pay at each promotion? Or do you think now that, we're open with COVID now, I want more, I need to demand more pay?
I don't know, man. I would have to say that it would probably depend on, like, if it's a singular one and done, like, okay, it was nice. Like, okay, the main event, they've been back. You know what I'm saying? I could see them saying, hey, we're featured on AEW Dark prominently, as opposed to, I was on there one time, and I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not signing any contracts or anything. They're just doing, like, it's basically a dark match as a tryout match. Basically.
Right. And then they'll be on AEW, they'll be signed through their matches on Dark and whatever.
Yeah.
I would imagine. But, yeah, look at a guy like Ace Austin. I don't see him out there. He still works at the same kind of, like, local stuff, and he's literally on Impact, two-time I'm sorry, not two-time. Two-time. He's one of
that's what's cool about AEW and Impact. They actually let their performers, even if they are in contracts, they actually let their guys go out and work the shows, work independent shows. So WWE doesn't do that. They have a strictly, you're just WWE and that's it. Like, you can't go work any type of show.
They're the only ones that aren't budging on that door. Everybody else. It's a
and that's door, I feel that's the reason why. I think that's one of the reasons why they have a downfall. Because they don't want to branch out. Yeah, they don't want to branch out.
I seen a meme recently, a bunch of kids on the playground. This is AEW, NJPW, Impact, and everybody else working together. Then it shows the kid plowing the guy and punching him in the face. This is WWE with NXT, their own brand. You bring up Mr. Keith Lee. What the hell happened there? The whole thing with Karrion Kross. I don't know.
Karrion Kross is
Hardy
awesome.
was in
He
a
was awesome.
spot when he was losing, and I just probably wouldn't have had them two wrestle each other.
WWE has a way of ruining wrestlers. That's the way I look at it. Look at EC3. EC3 was freaking awesome.
Right.
Like Impact, he was like the pinnacle on Impact, man. You know? And he goes over to WWE. Where'd he go?
Nothing. Cricket.
Nothing. There was no creative thing. I mean, they had him doing comedy shit there towards the end. And it was like, you have a star here. It's the same thing with Eli Drake, though. Eli Drake, I think, is going to get the same, or LA Boost, or whatever they call his name now.
Well, I would say for what it's worth, he had a banger. He had the programs he's been having with Cameron Grimes, aka Trevor Lee.
Yeah.
Bangers. That ladder match for the $1 Million Championship title, banger.
I love that they brought that title back. It's one of my favorite titles.
Special for us guys that grew up in that era.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see Ted DiBiase basically hand it off.
Virgil wanted to come in on that, man. He wanted to.
All right, well, let's get into our reviews here. We're getting pretty long here, so let's get into our reviews. Let's start with Black Widow. We saw Black Widow. This is the big blockbuster. This was supposed to be the start of Phase 4, which didn't happen. To catch all our viewers up, who probably already know now, it started off with WandaVision, then Falcon, Winter Soldier, and then Loki, and then now Black Widow as a movie. I think this is actually the first movie, correct? I'm pretty sure this is the first movie in Phase 4.
Movie out of the new phase.
Did you watch all the TV shows? I mean, we're not going to review them, but did you watch all the TV shows?
Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I've not seen Loki yet.
So, no, I'm not going to tell you. You have to watch them. Loki is fabulous. Falcon Winter Soldier is basically has Captain America shit in it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool.
I heard that obviously we're going to break this whole thing down. We're going to spoil it, right? So my thing is, I heard that the end scene was directly tied to Falcon and Winter Soldier with Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character at the end talking to Black Widow's sister.
Yes, that was actually supposed to.
Because I haven't seen it, so.
I know that's what sucks. So you were probably confused, like who the hell are you? You know, like
that's just a nice cameo, unless you've seen that. But I've heard it.
You're like, yo, is Seinfeld in this bitch?
Right. So I heard it was
the Veep
up to Secret Wars.
Yeah. I mean, dude, if we could get into Secret Wars, that's cool. That comic book series was awesome. That was a really cool. Dude. Spider-Man had a sweet suit and that too.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm excited for new Spider-Man. I'm actually excited for the new Venom movie that's coming out soon. I saw some stuff for that, but let's get into Black Widow. Last time we saw Black Widow, she was sacrificing herself in Endgame to get the Soul Stone. But this was in between those times. It was when I'm going to say Civil War and the first event
at the end of Civil, the beginning of Civil War and they went.
No, it was I think it was in between Civil War and Avengers.
Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah. So it's in between that time period there. So she's still alive.
Right. But
so she goes
back to when she was real young too.
Yeah, she was on the run, and we got more of a backstory of this. I'm interested. Go ahead, man. What did you think of this movie? What did you think of this movie?
I've been waiting for a standalone Black Widow. Since the first official Avengers phase. The end of the Hulk. The first Avengers movie. It's like, okay, I want to see everything on Black Widow, and they did a really good job with this one. But I just feel like with that, it's now that Black Widow's gone, they're going to make a new mantle here, and I feel like that they left a lot to be interpreted, or they're going to either come up with a series or another movie like a sequel to fill in these gaps that they left behind. See, there's at least a couple of things I'm really confused with.
Yeah, what'd you think of the character of the Red Guardian, by the way?
I wanted to see more. Now, he was the dad from when they were young, right?
I wanted to see more background of him. Like I wanted to see
Yeah,
maybe a
because he
cut
was
scene
just
into this.
like running around sniper. He looked like when he was fighting in that
He's a super
air,
soldier. He's actually a super soldier that Russia kept quiet, basically, and he was
right, and
supposed to
then
be
all of a
Russia's
sudden he's in
version of
prison.
Captain America, basically.
I guess the actor wants his own standalone movie.
I'd
It
like
would
to
make
see that,
sense.
to be honest. But
There's got to be something. There's going to be a
yeah.
series or another movie that's going to cover
It was the
Red
sheriff from
Guardian.
Stranger Things. That's the actor that played
Yeah,
him.
see, I missed out on that.
Yeah.
I heard about that he was really good in Stranger Things.
Yes. You have to watch Stranger Things. That's a great TV show.
Now, was he the police officer? Not police officer.
Yes, he was a sheriff. He was he was a
Okay.
police officer. Yep. Yep.
See, I watched a couple episodes of the first season.
I think my take with the Black Widow is it's an origin story, and if a lot of our fans know with me is like I'm not into origin stories,
Right.
but this one was actually fantastic to what we had questions for.
Yeah.
Like we didn't give like Marvel, even throughout the whole 10 years of Marvel, we didn't get any backstory of Black Widow in the movies. You know, they gave us a slight tiny little you know, where
Right.
they were like, oh well, you know, she did the ballet and then she was, you know, she could shoot, and like they gave her a small tiny little hint of it. This gave us more backstory, this movie.
Right.
Like this movie was more backstory. We found out she has a sister, found out
Yep.
she was in a secret program, a Russian program. The Red Guardian, was not well, again, spoilers here, guys. If you guys don't want to know this, please go watch the movie. Come back to this part right now. But the dad was not her dad. She was plucked from families, you know, because of her skills and stuff like that. It was very interesting to see. It was very interesting to see this as an origin story. Because like I said before, I don't like origin stories. I think it takes up too much time, especially if it's in like a movie that like Wonder Woman, for instance. Didn't like that as an origin story. Like it would have been cool to give us like a little small piece of Wonder Woman and then boom, get right into the movie. You know?
Right.
Not take up the whole freaking movie. This year, I was okay with that because they gave us little snippets, then back to the main movie, little snippets, then back to the main movie, little snippets. Yep. They kept cutting in between that, which was fantastic. Action-wise, it was kind of boring. I thought this movie was kind of boring action-wise.
I thought there was enough action.
There was enough action to keep you into it, but again, I always go by how many times I look at my phone. Okay? So if I look at my phone and you know, I always go by that. If there's any into that. So how many times I go into my phone, and I went into my phone a couple times with this movie. I was a little bored watching it. It took a while to get into the actual action.
Yeah, it did take a while to get into the actual action part, like where they went to the Red Room. But yeah, the times where they jumped from the childhood to the adulthood, it's like they knew that they were trying to, in the future, create more content because they you know, I mean, they know, okay, well, I want to know what happened with Red Guardian. I want to know what happened with the mother. I want to know what happened with the sister. What were they all doing in this time frame while, you know, Natasha was an Avenger?
Yeah. And I basically I like the whole thing of the sister. Like I wanted to see more. I like how they bonded together as one. I like that whole aspect, and this movie's kind of like a passing of the torch, basically, especially with the end credit scene. It's basically like a passing of the torch. It's good to have because you can't say Avengers without saying Black Widow. You have to have Black Widow as Avenger. I right now is what's funny is leading up to the show. I've been watching Avengers Assemble, the cartoon on Disney Plus right now. Just because of the stories that they give to that is actually pretty cool with Red Skull and all that stuff.
Nice.
But I highly recommend if you have Disney Plus, go watch Avengers Assemble. My wife's like, "Well, are you watching cartoons?" I'm like, "Yes, this is kind of cool. This is like adult cartoons. This is pretty cool."
Nice.
Yeah. I was able to watch it with my son too. Yeah. So, but you can't say Avengers without Black Widow. So
Right.
it's cool that they're going to have a passing the torch. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with that and how they're going to make that into a thing. I know it's going to be a
Right.
while, but still, this whole multiverse is opening up now. That's going to be the key word now for this fourth phase 4 here, is a multiverse, and it's going to be cool how we're going to see different characters. Kang the Conqueror.
I really think that the new Spider-Man will open the door to the multiverse.
Dude, if you have a chance, you need to watch Falcon Winter Soldier. That helps closes out phase 3 a lot, and open you up for phase 4 actually a little bit too, because each ending of each TV show really opened you up to phase 4 stuff. But Loki blew it out of the water. Loki just exploded phase 4. So if you want to see something that's mad cool, definitely watch Loki. I highly recommend that. Out of the 3 TV shows we got, WandaVision was just straight up weird. That was just weird.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Captain America guy, so I loved Falcon Winter Soldier. I'm just huge into Captain America stuff. But Loki did it for me. Loki, man, dude, I watched the whole series of Loki in one day.
See, I like to wait too. I like to wait until it's all available.
That's what I did. I waited too. I mean, a lot of people like to wait and then wait for that Friday. I didn't like that with WandaVision. I had a thing with WandaVision where I would wait till like Monday. I think it was like Monday or Tuesday, whenever they released it. And then that would be like my day where, because my son would be at school. So I would be like just chilling here at an empty house watching my show. With Loki, I just let that go. And then once it was like the last episode, I said, okay, I'm going to watch this whole series because everyone's talking about it. I stayed off Facebook. I didn't like go in any in-depth groups with it. So because there's always spoilers on there and I didn't want that. But dude, watch Loki. Loki's fantastic. That just explodes and blows your mind up. Plus, you get to see Kang the Conqueror, which is cool. So
nice.
Just saying. But yes, Black Widow. Okay, rating system. How would you rate Black Widow?
Honestly, I'd give it a 7.
I think on my end, like I said, the action took a while to get there. It wasn't like Endgame, which was just completely one of the best movies ever made.
Yeah.
Man, I'm almost right there with you. I don't think I can go 7. I'm going to go 6.5. It's probably my lowest rated Marvel movie. And I don't know if it's just because it's an Origins movie and it always ruins my thing. Like Origins always ruin my thing. With that stuff.
And we didn't touch on it, but Taskmaster was a good character too.
Super cool to have that in the universe now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping because like imagine having Taskmaster in the new Marvel movies, like trying to copy Peter. Like I don't know if you finished the Spider-Man PS4 game, but Taskmaster's in there.
He's in the Avengers game, isn't he?
Yeah, I do believe.
Yeah. I think there was a boss level for Avengers.
In Black Widow, also spoiler alert, it's a woman.
Yeah, so it's a guy, isn't it? Isn't a guy in the comics, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure anyway.
I'm pretty sure it's the guy in the comics. Yeah, I mean that's cool. I'm cool with it. I think it's cool. I loved it. I love the Taskmaster. I thought that was cool. Cool. Man. Just the way they can. And another thing I saw too that's actually you can watch on Hulu. I don't know if you have Hulu, but on Hulu they have MODOK. You know MODOK the villain? Yeah, that's on Hulu now too.
I've seen that advertised like
I'm gonna watch that this week because I want to look at it. I want to see what's up with it because he's a pretty cool villain.
Yeah,
very cool villain, technology based and all that telekinesis and all that cool shit.
Kind of reminds me of Krang from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes, it does.
With
with his face is all up in there. Yeah. All right, well, let's get to our next review. We watched Space Jam: The New Legacy.
Right.
Okay, I want to see your take on that. What you think of this one? Because my thing is, I'm going to start. I'm when it comes to Space Jam, you have to put the original up there. You know,
You
and then
do.
you have to go off of that, and you have to compare the two and see where it goes. So I'm interested
Right.
to hear your take on that.
But while you do have to include the original, you have to realize they're definitely two separate movies with, how many, like, what, 20 years of time in between each one, you know what I mean? So I do have to
They
give
did
them a
have some
little bit
Easter
of
eggs in there, though.
leeway.
Did you see the
Part,
Easter eggs though that they had?
I've seen a lot of them. I can't say that I've seen every one of them,
Like the one
but
Easter egg was I remember I saw where like when Bugs was bringing up the Toons, they all had the Toon Squad uniforms on.
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
The
So
Monstars
what
were.
did you think of Space Jam? What did you think of LeBron James as the man, the new basketball hero?
I'm not a big basketball guy, so honestly, a lot of that stuff's gonna go over my head. Back in the day, Michael Jack, yeah, oh my God, Jackson. Jordan was
Jordan.
iconic, and the whole
Michael B.
idea,
Jordan, right?
Michael B. Jordan, yes.
That's Michael
But
Jordan.
the whole thing of Michael Jordan was the whole thing of Space Jam came from a Nike's commercial. Like
I
the
think
whole
so.
idea came from a marketing thing. So I hear a lot of people saying like, "Oh, well, the new Space Jam Legacy was just a backhole for them to promote HBO Max." Basically, it's like, well,
Yeah.
so is Space Jam. Space Jam is you know, and
I would say
back in
it's
the
more marketable for Looney Tunes, Warner Brothers,
exactly, I
stuff
could
like
say
that.
definitely a lot more different unique
And you saw a lot of
lunatic
Warner
stuff.
Brothers stuff in this. Like you saw a lot of
Oh
old
my
school
God, the
movies with the
truck.
nurses, or not the nurse, the nuns. You saw
Yep,
them in the background. I don't know if anybody
the
saw it.
mask.
My wife saw it. She saw the Joker in this. She saw Jared Leto's Joker in here,
Really,
which was interesting. Yes,
I'm gonna have
it
to look for that.
it was in here. Saw it. Yeah, if you go back and look at it,
Crazy.
you can see it's a brief shot of Jared Leto's Joker in here. And it was weird because they were supposed to bring back I remember they had a screen viewing of like some of the characters. So we knew that it was going to be in it, but we also saw Jared Leto was in there and he was doing some stuff for them.
Nice.
They green screened a lot of people and stuff in that
Yeah,
scene.
the White Walkers,
Yes,
everything.
yes. You
But yeah,
know,
man, like I think Space Jam, the original one, was so iconic because at that point in time, what was there really that was out that was in the same vein? There wasn't much out there that was putting, CGI or animation in the same realm as us. Okay, you might have Roger Rabbit, the Harlem Globetrotters in Scooby Doo, comparable. But that was like one of the first movies that actually put cartoons in the same realm as us. Now, that's another take of mine is they never explained why in the original Space Jam, cartoons and humans were on the screen at the same time, but in the Warner Brothers, the Legacy or whatever, it's all in the Warner Brothers universe. So what happened to where the tunes are now in the? I get maybe I'm thinking too much into it,
you
but
saw the old Monstars were in it too. That was kind of
yeah,
funny. They had some funny bits in there. My take on this movie
the
is
Gremlins.
basically like my take on this movie is basically this is basically a remake of the first one. Basically, they
Pretty
tried.
much.
I'm pretty sure they made it. They maybe if we can put it in baseball sense, they had a hit, but it wasn't like a home run. You know what I'm
No,
saying? First off, LeBron James was horrible, I thought, in this. I thought as an actor, he was horrible. I think if you had to compare the two, Michael Jordan was a way better actor than than LeBron James in this. LeBron James
he
was
didn't seem
pretty
too bad.
crappy. But
My whole thing
LeBron
was
James did say that I'm a basketball star and not an actor. So I
right.
do get that. But
My whole thing was
um
like they
animation comedy wise, the Looney Tunes were blown out of the park. I thought that was great.
yeah,
They brought their same loony atmosphere that they had. The cameos were fantastic.
yeah,
Um, it just my thing is I think it just swung and missed when it came to try to like just be on the same par as the first movie. Because
right.
like you said, that's iconic status right there. You know, it
Yeah.
had cool music to it. You know, I like that they try to modernize it up a little bit with all the tech and the
I like
algorithm.
Don
And
Cheadle. I
yeah,
like
Don
the kid.
Cheadle did it. Well, he played a good villain. I thought Don Cheadle
Definitely.
played a fantastic villain. Because we're all used to seeing him. Speaking of Marvel, we're all used to seeing him as like War Machine, for instance. You know,
Right. Now,
and
my
him
only
being the
other
comedic guy, basically.
my only other criticism is, as a video game guy, the kid was into video games. He wanted to make his own video game character, whatever. And it's like the terminology they were using was stuff that made no sense. Like, you could have used still like industry insider words for video games, like coding and this, that, and for the layman, it would have still had the same effect as if you're saying these off the wall words that don't make any sense. Now, they're not going to understand what coding is and this, that, and the third, but they went this route where they're making up words that don't even make any sense in the context of the way he's creating video games. It's like, okay, well, he also lost his character and he had to, after he's already made the whole video game by himself, it's going to take him one whole week to put his sprite character back into the that doesn't make any sense. He should be able to do
Yeah,
that lick and split, don't you think? He created the whole damn game.
yeah.
So there's just a little, it's Looney Tunes, man. I'm definitely thinking way too much into it, but
It's definitely a kiddie game. Like my son was involved in it the whole time. It's for kids,
that's awesome,
guaranteed.
man.
It has like the.
And if
I
it's
mean,
iconic for him, like the original
it's
was for us,
nostalgic for old folkies. You know that they're like, oh yeah, look at that person. Look,
yeah,
there's the
man.
Iron Giant. I know that cartoon.
Right.
You know, Bugs Bunny. My son was like, who's Bugs Bunny? I was like, oh God, kill me
Oh my
now.
God, man.
You know, like kill me now.
Dude,
How do you not know who this person is? I'm failing as a parent. You need to know who Bugs Bunny is.
right.
Yeah, but he was into it. Like it was cool like that. We watched it when we were camping last weekend, so we watched it outdoors, which was
Good.
cool. Yeah.
That's awesome,
So
man.
so what's your rating on this?
I honestly enjoyed it a little bit less than Black Widow, while still being enjoyable. I'd probably say a 6.
Yeah, I'm actually it sucks though because I gave Black Widow 6.5. I'm probably gonna go. I think I'm gonna stay with you. I think I'm gonna go 6.2. It just wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It was a hit, but it wasn't a home run. You
I
know?
mean, like I said, I hope it's as iconic for the kids growing up now
That's
as
what I think,
our
and I
Space Jam was.
yeah, that's
But
what I'm saying.
for me
The first Space
personally,
Jam for us is iconic. I think this for my son, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember watching that Space Jam movie out in the woods."
I
Yeah,
do gotta say, like, if you're really that pressed over Lola Bunny's tits, man, you need to go outside and touch grass. You need to go outside and just touch the grass. Like,
yeah,
really, cartoon tits, man. Is that the point where you're drawing the line? I could see
yeah,
if it was Roger Rabbit, but no, this is like literally directed for kids, so they, made her more normalized and
yeah.
whatever. Right.
All right, man. So let's do our promotions. What do you have to promote? Anything you can promote your own social media, any of your
Um,
friends, whatever. Anything, any podcasts that you're watching.
I myself, I've been going by Steven Randomize on everything, so like TikTok, YouTube, whatever. You can find me there. I've been doing a lot of goofy, silly YouTube stuff and some goofy, silly TikTok stuff. But if I
I
could
liked your.
promote anybody,
The weirdest thing I've ever seen you do was okay. This is fart number one.
oh my
Like,
God,
you were ranking farts. I was like,
yep,
what the fuck is he
that was
doing?
good times.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I could promote anybody, I've been watching a lot of the H3 podcast. I watch a lot of that, and
What's funny is thanks to you, I've been actually starting to watch them. Maybe we can reach out
really,
to
have you
those
been watching
guys.
Premeire?
Maybe
Have you
we can
watched any
watch. Maybe
Premeire?
we can reach out to those guys. Maybe they can have us on. That'd be fun.
Oh,
Do a little
yeah, it'd
guest
be
spot.
awesome if Ethan
Have them
had
come
on.
on here too.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a
But
cool podcast.
there's some members within the community I'd like to shout out. VITA, DIVINA Yoga, and Mega Awesome Nerd. You can follow them on YouTube. We can put some links down or whatever. The H3 community is like one of the most welcoming communities I've
Yeah.
ever known. like, do you think the wrestling community is awesome? Like, the H3 community blows that out of the water. These people are so supportive, and I I can't even begin to tell you how awesome these people are, man. Like, they're
I'll have
really
you
committed.
make sure you text me those usernames so I can
I
put them
will
in.
too. Definitely.
On my end, again, I'm going to say all the time. Always follow Wicked Turtle. Everything Wicked
Absolutely. That too.
Turtle. Link tree is going to be in the description of the video. If you guys are listening to us, it'll still be in the description of the video. If you guys want to follow me, I'm the one and only Penguin on Instagram. I think I also made that also on my TikTok too. So if you guys want to follow, I've been doing a couple of TikToks here and there. I'm not like all into it.
Right.
Trying to think of anything else. Here, I'll put this up for you guys. There you go. You can check out Wicked Turtle on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We're also on Twitter at Wicked Turtle Net. Mr. The Duke over here, he's actually going to be the head of the Twitter for the Wicked Turtle. I'm going to give him access to it and let him take care of it. And he can put up whatever he needs. As long as he doesn't put us in jail, we'll be all right.
Well, I'm good on there.
I think Twitter's been a little bit more lenient when it comes to your opinions, you know.
Right.
But yeah, you guys are gonna see Wicked Turtle come back strong. We're doing a strong comeback now.
Absolutely, guys.
We're gonna be in the community. We're gonna do some more wrestling stuff. I'm actually starting a couple new series. Well, I won't say new series, but it's attached to the series that we already have. So I have my Penguin Cooks show that I do. So instead of me coming up with recipes, I'm going to try some TikTok recipes out. I think that'll be interesting to see me do.
There's a lot of recipes.
Yeah. The next one I'm going to start filming is the peanut butter cupcake cup recipe.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's a peanut butter cupcake in a cup. In a mug cake, they call them. But it's like 3 ingredients, and it's like 90 seconds, and you're done. Like if you have a cupcake.
That sounds awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm going to start testing that here soon. I am going back to the gym.
Do one of those on your TikTok, what Penguin eats in a day.
Yeah, I'm going to actually put that on our Wicked Turtle TikTok. We have that too. That's the same thing. Everything's like Wicked Turtle Network, so... the only one that I could not change is, of course, Twitter, because they have so many characters that you can use, which sucks.
Right.
I couldn't change my personal Twitter because I have the one and only Penguin as everything on all social media, but I couldn't switch Twitter because somebody already had it. Plus, the characters were too long. It was stupid.
Right.
So. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'm PenguinMan5000. There you go.
Nice.
Which Alex still says is like the coolest thing because PowerMan5000.
Right.
Yeah. I was big into that at the time when I made my Twitter. But I also want you guys to check out Ray's Energy Drinks. Head on over to your local GNC or your vitamin shop. If you guys get a Ray's Energy Drink, please hit us up on a messenger. Send us some pictures of you having Ray's Energy Drink, and we'll make sure that we post them in our stories, and our Facebook stories, and our Instagram stories, and we will tag Ray's with it. And you might get on the thing. We might be doing a thing with them here soon. I might see if we can do a giveaway. So check out Ray's. Go to repsports.com. Buy Ray's in bulk. By the way, they have a new flavor called Rainbow flavor, which is delicious. I've had all the flavors. The sour gummy worms is fantastic. If you like sour gummy worms, it's really good. I've had the strawberry culotta. That's pretty good. I haven't had the new South Beach and the new Rainbow, of course, which I might grab some of those. I might go tomorrow to get those. And I'll try them out. But, yeah, head on over to Rep Sports. If you like energy drinks, they're really delicious. You can buy it in bulk there. I think it's like $40. You get a nice starter pack of 12. You use at the checkout code, type in Wicked Turtle. You get 15% off. That helps us out. So check us out with that. Like I said,
check it out.
Check out everything that the Duke is doing. I'm sure he's going to start firing up the video here soon. Start doing some stuff. maybe I'll produce some of this stuff. That'll be cool.
Sounds
We'll throw
good,
it on the
man.
network. We're gonna do some gaming. That's gonna be awesome. Got the new shows coming back, or old shows coming back. Wrestling's coming back for us. Can't wait. Me and the Duke's gonna do some eating up his way. I'm gonna invade.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna invade his town. We'll go up to that college. There's a college town up there. That's a college town, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, isn't there a college there?
you could say that. Yeah.
The only reason I say this is because at the Sheets up there, there's a Tesla charger, so I know I can make it your way.
Yep. We got that.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do some pizza. I definitely want some pizza.
Definitely.
I saw he just posted. I saw he just posted on his Facebook page that he made fresh baked rolls. I was like, oh, I'm a sucker for bread. Like, I love bread.
Me too,
like
man.
fresh baked bread. I'm definitely down.
The thing he made is chopped cheese fries. You put them on the permanent menu.
What is steak? What in that isn't chopped cheese like a like steak meat, right?
Yeah,
almost like cheesesteak.
Cheese sandwich, like a chopped.
I gotta try a cheesesteak. His pizzas are fantastic. Like
He
they.
has a black diamond cheesesteak.
Oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm so down. My mouth is watered.
And then we got a place called Jerome's Dogs here too, which there's a lot of gourmet like chili dogs and stuff. I know you said you like hot dogs. I think that'd be awesome too.
Well, hey, when we're up there, we'll just pig.
Hell yeah, man! Absolutely. Get a couple things from every place.
There you go. I mean, I'll come up there a couple times. Trust me, because I want to make my way up there, up that way. Anyways, around those areas, breweries are huge around there.
Right.
Good foods are around that area. You know, I'm actually heading there up your way. It's funny in August. I'll be up that way. I'm going to the Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. So
nice.
Yeah, that's up your way.
I've been there a couple times.
Was it Pine? I forget Pine something.
Pine Creek.
That's it. Pine
Yeah.
Creek State Park. Yeah. So I'll be heading up your way here soon.
Hell yeah, man.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to welcome the Duke to the Wicked Turtle Network again. I think this is going to be a fantastic marriage between the two of us. And hey, we'll see you guys next. We'll see you guys next time. All right. It's your boy the Penguin, and that's what's up.
That's what's up.
Blam.
Blam.
Thank you for tuning in to Wicked Turtle Network exclusive. Follow us on all social media, and also click the link tree in the description of this video. When clicking the link tree, you will be able to follow all of Wicked Turtle's social medias: our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook, our YouTube. You might also be able to get access to the Wicked Turtle store. I also would like to take the time right now and welcome us as a brand new ambassador to Raise Energy Drinks. Wicked Turtle has joined the hashtag Raise Rebellion with Raise Energy Drinks. Raise Energy Drinks gives you fresh, which stands for focus, recovery, energy, stamina, and hydration, with giving you no crash. Raise has zero sugar with electrolytes and BCAA aminos. So hashtag Raise Up and go to your local GNC or vitamin shop and pick up a can, or go to repsports.com and order your Raise Energy Drinks and other athletic supplements in bulk, and type in order code Wicked Turtle for 15% off your order, and that code will be in the description of this video.